just a simple question, kind of as a highlight to Cyborg Security, but why Cyborg Security? Why should someone look at you guys?
So for the why Cyborg Security, our company has a very unique niche, I guess. We're not trying to say we're the all-in-one. We're not going to be that easy button where you bring us into your environment and poof, all your security needs go away. There's, in my opinion, unfortunately, there's too much snake oil that's going around for cybersecurity. And I wish people would know that the best way to push that easy button is to invest in your individuals that are working there already, get them trained up, and better know your environment. If you can get those people to know your environment better, you will succeed because they can tell you what's wrong versus a third vendor or a third party vendor coming in and saying, we got you, and them not knowing anything. But what we do is we are providing the information, we're providing resources, intel. So if there was an APT that used this behavior attack, if they use these certain techniques or tactics and procedures, we try to get them all the best we can, and we put them in these hump packages that are pretty basic. And when I say basic, I mean we provide you the query, and you can drop that into your SIM or whatever tool you're using, and it's all right there. So hopefully we're taking care of the external hits while your threat hunting team and your SOC team can once again learn your environment better, and then focus, if you are producing content internally, you can focus on internal threats. What is specific to company ABC? Everyone could be affected by ransomware, and we try our best to cover as much as we can, but not every company is affected by the things that ABC can. So we want to try and give you time to do that. And once again, the intel that we provide, I personally believe is top notch because we have some great people at Cyborg. We also give the resources so you can double check. And really, the one last thing that sets us apart is we look at IOCs differently. And when I say that, IOCs could be part of the journey. Don't get me wrong. I think one of my things that I love to do and I'm really good at is operationalizing. I can't believe I said that right the first time, especially being on a podcast. But I take intel reports and I comb through them and I can say, that's process create event. That's a network connection. This is what I should look for. And I can already build that picture in my head. So as I'm reading the report, I'm building these queries out. But looking at IOCs and intel report, you can take those, plug them in if you want, and hunt for them or query on them. And what I'm hoping as companies mature, that they do that and they say, hey, these IOCs aren't in our environment. And then they don't stop. I've had experiences, and I think as a junior SOC analyst, I've done this myself before I really understood what threat hunting is. But I've dropped IOCs into my environment and be like, it's not there. We're good. And it's like, well, what are the behaviors? What's after the IOC? And that's what we really focus on, is we look for, as silly as it sounds, the common misspellings. And don't take that as we have a bunch of hunt packages that say, this is misspelled. But we look for what the threat actor is doing, how they do it, and focus on that. What's a reoccurring event? For example, a lot of ransomware stuff uses a common technique called the UAC bypass, or the user account control bypass, multiple techniques. And we've seen it in multiple different malwares or ransomwares. We're like, well, that behavior is sticking. That technique is sticking. So let's try our best to detect that. And that's, I think, where we separate ourselves from any other company that's providing the same thing we are. So that's why.
That's awesome. Good to hear about Cyborg Security.
Thanks for watching the Cyber Pro podcast. You rock. Check us out.